Okay. Hey guys, I am getting TikTok set up so they also can hear this crazy announcement. Okay, let's make sure. All right. Okay, good. All right, we're on. Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure that TikTok was on this as well. Hello, hello. I hope that everyone has had a terrific Sunday and you're moving into a Labor Day celebration, hopefully, for tomorrow. I wanted to jump on here really quick and give an update on the 8-week course that I had previously scheduled to be released in October. I was going to work with Denzel Rodriguez on that course, and at this time it has been delayed. So I just wanted to give everyone a heads up that this has been delayed, and we're not real sure when we're actually going to be able to do that. I just have several things that are on my plate right now, a lot of sticks in the fire, and I want to be able to dedicate wholly my time to that. So I just want to delay that, postpone that for a little bit. So if you have signed up, I just want you to know that I am not going to be in that study that's coming up. So Denzel, of course, does wonderful with everything that he does. So I know that if he goes ahead with that course, that it will be well worth your time to attend. But just want to make that announcement that I am not going to be involved in the 8-week course study or the study course that we previously had advertised. If you have any questions about that, you can ask now. No big deal. Just wanted to get that out there. Let's see here. Okay, so let's say hello to some people. First, love you. Okay, Ed Wizard. Okay, that's hilarious. Oh. Okay, let me brighten it up there just a little bit. Okay, can everybody? Okay, everybody can see now. All right. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. Selena says, "Hey, Christy, I'm scheduled to talk to you Friday. I'm so excited. I'm so excited too, Selena. Can't wait, can't wait." MLT is second. Yes, you were third. Okay, you all are hilarious. Jan, hi, Jan. Christy's in the house. That's right, Drew, sorry. Lacey, hello, happy Sunday. Yeah, these are every time that me and my daughters go out of state to a vacation spot or whatever, we will actually have the drawings done. So this is New York City in 2017, and I have them all over the house, so they're on every wall. So I don't even know how I got into that. Oh, I know how we got into that. So Chuck E. Cheese, right? They have the little cart thing you could sit in, and it would draw your picture, right? So we started that when, oh, golly, they were so little. So I have Chuck E. Cheese drawings everywhere while they were little. Then as we moved into bigger vacations, they're always somebody's drawing on the streets. So we always have that done. And I think that's so fun. So yes, I have these. This is just a small section of what's actually out there. So wanted to give you all a glimpse of what goes on in this house, I guess, right? Let's see. I'm trying to get TikTok set up where they can see it too. Better. Okay, good. All right, good. Okay, so let's see what else y'all saying. Conquer and care. Nice. Hey, fantastic. I'm preparing to start a new job and attacking my debt with the new cash flow. Thanks for the videos. I'm open for any advice if you have any you want to share as I start this new job. Good Body J. Well, congratulations on your new job. That's very exciting in itself. Just keep doing what you're doing. And it sounds like you're gaining cash flow, so just keep it up. I mean, it's easy. This system is so easy, and I get so tickled because I talk with people every day and they're overwhelmed by velocity banking, but you shouldn't be overwhelmed because it's just a mindset change. Once you change your mind as to how you should be spending your money and how it should be serving you by working through lines of credit or whatever, it's very easy. The new job is going to do nothing but give you more access to more funds, hopefully, so that you can work off any debt that you have very, very quickly. Let's see. Thanks for sharing the valuable information. It's changed my life. Thank you, TN. Same thing here. Completely changed my life. So that's why I want to give the information out to you guys. I would just love to see everyone come to peace with their finances. I would love to see everyone come to their peace with everything. But finances, that's really easy if you're using velocity banking. And a lot of people can't accept that because they're like, well, that's not the way we were taught to do it. You need to just make extra payments and, let it go. But I don't aim to let it go because I know what works financially. And for me, this has been a game changer. So to not share it with you all would be completely wrong. So here we are, right? Let's see here. Thank you for your help. Todd, thank you. I just worked with you, right? That was fun. Hello, Robin. Hi, I started in August, still nervous, but excited nervous. Only working with credit cards, no choice for now. Karen, you'll be so surprised how fast you're going to go from credit cards to whatever else. Because when your credit score gets up a little bit and you get the line of credit or the HELOC or whatever you're going for, you're going to see that it is a real game changer. So be patient, let your credit score build, and you're going to be surprised how fast that happens. Okay, don't get discouraged. Uh, Sarah, it's my actual name. Do I need to a computer fill out the papers or can I write it in? It's my actual name. Okay, you can actually um, write in the numbers, but just do it neatly where I can actually see your balances and your payments. I have some people that send me the forms when they've written them in, and it's next thing to impossible to understand what exactly they're writing in there. So just try to, be real legible for me. Another thing is the worksheet will allow you to, subtract out your expenses from your income, and then that gives me your cash flow. So kind of give me an idea about that as well. Hello, Jenny. Goku, hello. $75 a month per person. What you eating pasta every day and cereal? You'd be surprised how easy that is. You just have to have a mindset that you're going to watch what you spend. Very easy to do. Very easy. Dreamstar says, God is so good. I caught a live stream. Amen. He is good. Wow. Uh, Listen, the fact is that if you put God into your velocity, it's going to go so much faster. You have got to understand what giving does to your finances. If I could express that in a way that people would be excited about giving being a spiritual law, it's a game changer. It's another thing that's just, sure, I can tell you in the physical how to work with the banks, but the spiritual on top of that, really, really, that makes a crazy difference. Very good. Um, okay, so Jan says that's okay. Christy, still looking forward to the class whenever it happens. Yeah, so about the 8-week course, I literally um just got to thinking about that this past week and then this weekend, and I was like, I'm not going to be able to put the time and energy into that just yet, because I am working one on one with so many during the day, and then I have a lot going on outside of who I'm helping individually. So I just want to make sure that I'm going to be present for those courses when we do start that. So that is postponed. So I don't know if you have paid for that class yet. Um, I'm sure you could ask for a reimbursement if you wanted to. Denzel's taking care of all of that. But on the other hand, I really just don't have a choice right now. I just don't feel like that's something that I can handle at this point. Maybe at the first of the year, I'll kickstart something again. But right now, I just want to put my energy into helping each individual person that I can. Those courses are going to include more people into a group, and I'm sure that if Denzel decides to go ahead and do the course, that will be excellent. So if you want to go on with him, please do. I don't have any problem with that whatsoever. Let's see. Greg Scott says, "Hi, Christy. No worries on the course for now. More great things to come." Thank you, Greg. Yes. What's up, family? Thank you, Yo Polly. Everything is great here. I appreciate that. Hello from Maryland, my second live stream. Hello, Kay. Greg says, I recently found you in my feed and at the right time. No coincidences. God is always on time. Can we give him a huge praise? Because that is so true. So true. Andriana, is that your name? Okay, hello. Greg said, I have been binging on your videos all weekend. Thank you, Greg. I hope you're learning. That's what they're there for. That is free information for you guys. So I want everybody to just absorb that information, and I hope that the concept just completely blows your mind and then changes your mind so that you can get on course with getting out of debt quickly. Yeah, thank you, Jan. Thank you. Oh, about the drawing, that is going to be next Sunday. Okay, we are having a giveaway. It is up next Sunday is when the winners are going to be announced, and I am pretty excited about that because we have 10 people are going to win, and that's pretty exciting. So we've got 5 that are going to win $250 cash, and then we have 5 that are going to win the 30-minute introductory phone call to me. So very excited to share that. I am hoping, I wish I could give everybody a prize because you all are awesome, and this is my way of thanking the YouTube community for supporting me and for learning and wanting to learn how to do your finances. Very excited about that giveaway, so please be present because you have to be present to win. Okay? I'm saying that in my lives. You have to be present to win. I'm going to call a name. You have 5 minutes to type into the chat that you are present. Then you have to send me an email from the very email that you registered to win with, okay? And when I can locate and realize you're the same person, then the prize will be given. I hope that makes sense. Let's see. Just found your channel and I'm obsessed with your content. God bless you. God bless you, Douglas. Thank you so much. Greg says, I purchased the mini course and downloaded the worksheet. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Greg. Thank you for getting involved. I have had so many people tell me that when they just start working with their numbers and they start knowing their numbers, that it is a game changer alone. Just realizing what you're spending every month. What are you doing with your money? It's so important that you know your numbers and that you know what you're doing with every dollar that leaves your house. It's very important that once you have the idea of where everything's going, then you can make adjustments. If you deem necessary that you need to get a little frugal and maybe you're spending on food a little excessively, maybe you're partying too much, maybe you're buying too many clothes, or maybe your cable bill needs to be cut off. Now I'm a fan of that because I don't watch the news. I don't want to see the commercials, so I just go with Netflix, Hulu, Roku, whatever, okay? That's an idea to get rid of a really big bill every month. Let's see. Unique Stays and Getaways says, thanks for all you do. We love you. The Burks, oh, how sweet. Thank you so much. Drew says, there she is, Hitchcock. I used to like the Hitchcock Hour. Carolyn says, hi, glad I can join you. Want to find the info on the $75 a week food plan. That literally, Carolyn, if you go to Jordan Page, she is a YouTuber. She has excellent information on saving money on your food. Now, that's where I got that from. And I did it and it works. So go to her YouTube and watch the way she does the stuff she does. It is unique and it's just excellent because it's like, wow, I can't believe that it was that easy the whole time. So that's some great information for you guys. If you want to go to Jordan Page's YouTube, she teaches more than just how to save money on your food. She does the laundry and everything because I think she's got like 8 kids or something. So go watch her YouTube because she's got some great information in there. Let's see here. Hello, Christy. Is a HELOC good to do? My bank doesn't offer HELOC. Your thoughts? HELOCs are excellent. They're an excellent source for velocity banking. Of course, that is the equity in your home, so you will want to take care of that. We don't want to get a $50,000 HELOC and then pile it full of $50,000 worth of debt and then not have the cash flow to work it down. Okay, so I think that you need to find out what your cash flow is, then determine that based upon how much you're going to put into your HELOC. For example, if you have $1,000 a month in cash flow, then I would make a suggestion that you put about $10,000 at a time onto your HELOC so that every month that $1,000 is working it down. And then about every 3 or 4 months, you can put more debt into it. So you're continually revolving that account as it was meant to be used while you're protecting your equity. Greg Scott says you're a great teacher with an honest interest and heart. Thank you so much, Greg. I just want everybody to find peace. And I guess it's just because I've been there and I have felt that overwhelming stress that finances can bring. And not just, I think that it's, I'm trying to put it into words, but it's like, the Bible says that Satan comes to kill, steal, and destroy, right? Or to steal, kill, and destroy. Maybe that's the verse. So I feel like that with your finances, yes, he steals them because we're not paying attention to what our money's doing and we don't know how to use the banking systems, maybe. But once he steals your joy in not having money or feeling paycheck to paycheck, then that leads into your family life. So now you have no joy. You're stressed out. You are so focused on what am I going to do to get out of debt, or what am I going to do about this $100 that I need tomorrow, or what am I going to do about that $100,000 in student loans that I have, or the list goes on and on. That you have your kids running around in front of you and they're trying to talk to you and they're trying to show you stuff and you can't focus because you're thinking about more serious things. And they are more serious because your finances are very serious. But those little children in front of you are your priority. So when I speak about finances, it's only from a place that I've been to where I was so stressed out trying to work things out that I didn't get to spend the time with my kids that I should have been taking time to do with them and to go with them and to help them or to listen to them. So if we can get to financial peace and be able to spend the time at the playground with the kids, or be able to take some time off of work to go on vacations, that's the family time that I'm looking for. And I sure hope that you guys are finding it as well. That's the point of the financial peace. Okay. Hello from Arkansas. Tian says, I'm new to this and I'm juggling 8 credit cards right now. Your information has helped me breathe better. That's what it's about right there. I want everyone to breathe. Blue Family says, I'm still confused and nervous. Don't be confused. Don't be nervous. Just keep watching the videos. It will clear up to you. One thing I learned as a CWI, when I would go on a job and I never had, let's say I had never inspected a valve. And on this project, I'm going to be inspecting valves. I had a great, great trainer tell me one day, he said, walk in there, look around, look at your paperwork, see what's going on, watch what everybody's doing. Don't overwhelm yourself with the information. Just kind of step into it breathing, walk in it in a way that you don't understand, but at the same time, you're not letting it overwhelm you because it will come to you. So, the old Chinese proverb, When the student's ready, the teacher will arrive. That is a very, very real statement. So when you are ready to receive the concept of what we're doing here, it will come to you because you're ready for it. So just breathe your way through it. Don't be stressed out. Don't be thinking, I got to figure this out. Because as you watch the videos, it will all become clearer to you. And you're going to see how easy it literally flows to you once you just relax, enjoy what you're watching, and then let the concept kind of flow to you because you're ready for it or you wouldn't be here right now. Okay. So just about everything, not just your finances, if I can say finances, um, not velocity banking, but everything in your life that if it seems overwhelming, just kind of breathe your way through it, walk into it, you know, just take it day by day. Don't try to cram all the information into your mind. Just kind of walk with it and let it come to you. That has been the best advice I probably have gotten when it comes to learning my jobs on different projects is that you're going to go in and you're not going to know anything about what you're doing, but you know your basics. So you just walk into it and let all that information flow to you and let it come to your mind clearly, slowly, and it's all going to make sense in the long run. Same thing with velocity banking. It takes a little while because we are in a completely different mindset. We weren't taught to think like this. So when you hear it the first time, you're like, what did she just say? And you go back and you watch it again and you're like, how did that just happen? And you watch it again. So that's the same thing I did. I figured it out on my own because I just kept watching videos. Okay. T Coupon says, hi, Christy. Thank you for your time. I am scheduled for a review in October. Looking forward to your perspective. I've already made adjustments and looking forward to see if our thoughts sync up. All right, we will see. Blue Family says, I am only using credit cards and oh, so much debt. Maybe you can move into a line of credit very quickly. We will just see, okay? Let's see. Sean says, looking forward to getting started. I sent our info on Friday. I'm just not sure which program I should go with. Okay, they're under services. So if you see one that's going to serve you best, then please use that. I would like to get a thingy up and running to where we are doing a course and I can work with you week on, week off, which I have the packages that last a year and you have like, I think it's one whiteboard and then 5 phone calls. And I have people that come to me with that. And we work with them or I work with them more often. So if you want to look into something like that, that works for me as well. So totally whatever is most comfortable for you to do. Okay. Let's see. My comments went off here. I'm going back to where I was. Oh, as far as Dion, you asked about your bank not offering HELOCs, go to another bank. I mean, we don't have to, if they're not serving us, then we need to find a bank that serves us because there are banks that offer the personal lines of credit. So just keep that in mind. If your bank's not serving you, you're the one that's trying to get some things done with your finances. If they're not serving you in the way that you think that they need to be, then there's banks all around you. Credit unions, I would go find one that does what I want them to do. Okay, because we don't have to be loyal to one bank. They're not loyal to us. Okay. Yes, 112,000 subscribers. Can you believe that? I don't even know. I don't even know where that came from, but I'm very grateful, very thankful. Another reason that I do have the giveaways because I want to show my appreciation to my YouTube followers. So that is absolutely amazing to me as well. Greg Scott says, I was stressing out and trying to find a loan, but instead focused on using the velocity method and changing my mindset. Very good. Hello, Jessica. Nick says, just started my journey today. Threw $1,000 at my 11,445 city balance. Put all my income into my 10,000 HELOC. Well, all right. Okay. So are you doing the credit card method and the HELOC together? That's awesome. Who do I recommend for a HELOC, Sean? Anyone in your area. Check with your banks, credit unions, and like I know Bank of America is doing them, PNC. Um, I haven't heard many complaints. The people I work with, they're all able to find the personal lines of credit. I get so tickled because YouTube comments, I take it people that are not subscribers, they will go on and say, well, there hasn't been a PLOC been offered to people in years and years. And I'm like, okay, well, everybody's getting them. So it's just people buck velocity banking so much that they're looking for every excuse they can not to move into it. I guess I'm not real sure. Mishi says, I'm not going to get a HELOC. I could, but should I rather use my credit card instead? The videos show the difference between using the credit card and the HELOC or a PLOC. The credit card only allows you to make income transfers into it for the expenses that are chargeable. A PLOC or a HELOC, you can put your whole income into it, just like in a checking account, and then pull all of your expenses out of it. So you're doing more damage to your debt by having a HELOC or a PLOC that you can use as a checking account. Like I said, a credit card, you can only put the income in for chargeable expenses. You cannot pay car loans or mortgage payments out of a credit card unless you're doing a cash advance. And if you're doing a cash advance, that's going to get really expensive. So be careful with that. Monica says that gives me time to save up for the class. Yay, good. Yeah, I would like, I don't know. I don't even know I don't know when or how that I'm going to end up doing that, but right now just wasn't the time for me. Let's see. Greg Scott, if you go in and put a $75 per person meal plan and Jordan Page, that should pop up so you can watch that. Let's see here. Unique Stay says, brilliant, game changer. We are in 100% working for us. That is so awesome. I'm so glad to know that you guys are going forward and you're making progress. Nick says, got approved for a $75,000 HELOC, but didn't take it because it was 11.5 interest rate, but my PLOC is at 18%, so maybe I should have. Well, there's better HELOCs out there. Maybe you want to check around with a different bank. But now at the 11.5, and I know we've got velocity teachers that they're trying to get it down to the penny on saving the interest. I like saving interest as well. But if you line your income transfers up with how you're paying your debt off in that HELOC, then you're not going to be paying much interest at all if you are setting your plan up right, okay? So if you have a $5,000 debt, you're pulling $5,000 a time into that HELOC, you make $4,500 a month. So you're putting $4,500 a month of income into that HELOC. what does that do to your $5,000 debt, right? So then you're just paying your expenses out of there. So kind of look at it as a way that you're not loading up your HELOCs or your PLOCs. You're literally just putting enough in there on the debt part so that you can bring your income in and wipe that debt back out again, pay your expenses, put another 5,000 in a month or two, and do it again. Does that make sense? Uh, that's kind of what I go with, is that my income is beating my debt to the point I'm not paying that much interest. Cindy, I am not in South Carolina. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're loving the videos. I am not in South Carolina. I am in the great state of Tennessee. Let's see here. Hello, I own a house outright. I've had it for about 6 years. I have a lot of equity in the home, but the home is not finished. Should I sell it, or should I take an equity out and finish the work? Well, Lewis, that depends. Do you have debt? If I were in your situation, I would probably get the equity and work on it, because in this market, work on that a little bit, then turn around and buy you another property possibly with that equity. So don't just be looking at it as one home. Be looking at it as the equity in that home can help you purchase the next home that you want, or maybe that equity can help you purchase other things that you need. So I don't know. I'm never into selling a home if it has good equity, because you can use that equity for your benefit in so many other ways. So maybe you want to look at it that way. Dolores says, really appreciate the info. I buried your bunny. She vanished for a minute. Sorry. I'm like trying to keep TikTok going and everything. Let's see here. I lost it again. I don't know how this thing keeps going up like that. Where was I? Lots of comments. I am trying to catch up to you guys. Okay, we have been binge watched almost all of your vids. Brilliant. Thank you. Thank you, Unique Stays. I don't feel like they're brilliant. I feel like that I just put down on the board literally what I used to come out of debt. I just try to use different scenarios so that, if you make, $2,900 a month, or if you make $25,000 a month, that I'm trying to hit them to where your scenario is kind of mixed in there somewhere so that you'll know what to do. Because it is confusing. And so if I can just give people a hand up to let me pull you out of that ditch by showing you this, absolutely. And I can have somebody that's $1,000 in the negative. Now, it doesn't work for everybody, because I have people coming to me that they'll have 500 negative cash flow all the way to 2,500 in negative cash flow. It's not a miracle worker. We don't have Jesus here, touching people and making their debt disappear. We are taking a banking system and using it in our favor. Okay. So if you're using the tools that they already give you at the bank correctly, then you're going to work yourself out of your negative cash flow sometimes. But if you're coming to me and you've thrown, $500 worth of vet bills every month, if you have $200 of pet food every month, if you're like throwing $500 of play money in your expenses, if you've got every subscription that you can possibly buy for the month, then you need to look at your expenses before you bring that to me. I look at your debt. If your expenses are out of control, then you already know that, okay? That's what the worksheet is for you to sit down and see, what am I doing? What am I doing that I can do better? Okay. So if you see that you have $2,000 in eating out and it's just you and your spouse, you might want to say, okay, we're being ridiculous there. We can cut that back a little, okay? Unless you make 10,000 a month and then you're in a positive cash flow, that's not a problem. But for people who, you make 5,000 a month and you're finding yourself $1,000 in the negative, and you look at your food bill and it's outrageous, or um, maybe you're shopping too much. Maybe you're just being frivolous with your spending somewhere else, okay? You need to just look at that and say, okay, if I'm really going to get out of debt, maybe I could cut back my expenses a little bit while we're going through this process. Then once my debt's cleaned up, I can jump back into whatever the spending is that I want to do. Okay, so the worksheet should help you work that out. If you come to me and show me this crazy spending and expect me to be able to do something with it, I'm not going to be able to do much with it unless you have a lot of debt that we can throw into lines. We can knock out those monthly payments, and then it brings, to an even or even a positive cash flow. Then we might be able to work something out there. But if I offer you a refund after I get your worksheet, then that should be your cue that, okay, she can't work with me because my expenses are way too high and I need to cut those back a little bit so that she can work with me. Okay. Just so we're clear on the negative cash flows. Very, very serious when you're in a negative. Let's see where we're at. You haven't missed anything. Learn as you grow. Hello, Mrs. Velocity. Hello, Mr. HWTF. Let's see. I have to scroll back. Okay. I've already paid off 2 credit cards. Just started end of July. That's beautiful, MLT. Awesome. Okay, so we've got somebody in Cashville, Tennessee. Well, you ought to be living in the cash flow if you're in Cashville. Started using my credit card about 2 months ago as my tool to attack my debt, and so far so good. I'm happy for you, Mikey. Just started watching your videos, and your videos are helpful. Thank you, and God bless. Thank you so much from the FWM study community. Success story here. All right, Jeff, let's hear it. Thank you. Financial capital improved, mental capital outstanding, and full of hope. God bless. I am so glad to hear that. I absolutely love it when you guys are finding peace. Hello, iBird. Hi, Kate says hi, Christy. We'll be trying for trying the $60 a month. Love all the useful content. Off to bed now. It's 2 a.m. in UK. Oh my goodness. Thank you for watching. Jeff said, I tried Googling HELOC without much luck today. Mostly info on personal loans. Is there more information on a HELOC on the internet you can give? It's a capital P, LOC. Maybe you're putting it in wrong. But I would put in personal line of credit. And, if you work with a bank or credit union that you have a credit card with, sometimes you can use their credit card as a line of credit. So you need to check to see if you can have that credit card linked to your checking account. And let's see if that can't serve as a line of credit for you. The food plan. Like I said, okay. She's saying that she's going to use the food plan, $60 a month. Okay. Good job, Kate. Get some rest. Pamela says, I love your videos. I am still learning. I just obtained a personal line of credit with our credit union for $5,000 and went ahead and paid 3 high interest loans off. We're on Social Security and have to move slower. Well, that is fine, Pamela. At least you're making progress. Remember about the turtle and the hare, right? Is it a turtle? That's not what they called it. Sorry, I'm not into the kids' stories anymore, so I can't remember. Let's see. Family first. Amen to that. I only have 1,000 in credit, but let me tell you, that is hard and thankful for having. Well, I'm glad for you. It's free and wonderful feeling not owing a penny. Nice. Let's see what else we've got here. Watch, watch, watch. That's right. Because of you, my family thinks I'm a financial genius. Got my first PLOC. Very happy for you, DL. Awesome. Sean says the honesty by which you live and project is the draw to this for me. I am so tired of living paycheck to paycheck at 57 years old. I know exactly what you're talking about, Sean. Uh, no joke about the paycheck to paycheck thing. I would love to see the world come out of that, and that's my drive. That's my passion, is to help you all do that. What about store credit cards like Home Depot? Would you recommend just paying minimum since it can't be used in any place? Thank you for your help. And you need to pay the minimums on the retail cards, store cards, until you are in a position to drag those balances over into a PLOC and pay them off. Learn as you grow says the mental distraction is high. Watching, maybe have a video of the terms, what things means. Well, I tried to do that with the mini course. The mini course is like 2 to 3 minute videos that try to break down the definitions of what is actually going on with velocity banking. So if you haven't seen that, that might be something that can help you to understand velocity a little bit more. But that was the point of putting that mini course together, because I had a lot of people that were finding it hard to understand exactly what we're doing with velocity. So if you want to check out the mini course, I tried to do that very um, elementary so that you could really easily learn what is happening with velocity. And I do add videos to that. I think it's $12.99. I kept it really cheap so that we could, get the people the information that they need for next to nothing. But really, just watching the videos over and over will give you the information you need. You just really need to just study. I mean, just watch them, see what's said in each video, see what you can pick up, what you can learn that's going to make a difference, okay? Because there's a lot of information. Yes, see, so Mr. HWTF says that's the alias for Nash, Tennessee, Christy, LOL. Hey, you should show these things. I should show what things? I'm so confused. Monica said, yep, she's speaking the truth. Almost have a positive cash flow. Almost there. Very good, Monica. Very good. Oh, thank you, mister. That's so sweet. Am I humble? I don't feel, I want to be humble, but I don't know if I am or not. But thank you for sharing that. Yes. Yeah, you got to smash the like button. Absolutely. Is it possible to get locked rate for HELOC? Because it seems that the most available are variable. That is true, Sean. Most are variable. Yes, but like I said, if you're lining that income up with how you're paying your debt off, you should not be paying very much interest at all. Michael Burke says, my wife Linda is offering a small group in our church in January to share your vids and take them into velocity banking. Awesome. You're very welcome. That is very nice. Let's see. Any thoughts on freezing your credit and any issues with credit score reporting? I don't know. Freezing as far as the HELOCs being freezed. That's why I keep my balances so low in my HELOC that if they were to freeze them, that I'm not going to be in trouble. because just going to, what I am assuming, if they freeze, meaning you can't use the HELOC anymore, then you should have credit cards on the side. You should have a PLOC on the side. You need to be getting set up in the event that happens, because we are coming into a season that very well could happen. So, I haven't heard of first lien HELOCs ever being frozen, but I have heard of second position HELOCs. So it's important that you're ready for that. So if you have credit cards, make sure that you're keeping them active if they are at a zero balance, because you may have to pick up and start using those as your lines of credit in the event that your HELOC does get frozen. I'm not telling you that out of trying to tell you what to do. I'm just saying that is exactly what I have done. I'm just preparing the best I can for it in the event that a freeze were to occur. Hi from South Dakota. Hello, Martha. Do you have to reapply for a PLOC once you pay it off, or does it replenish? No, DL. As soon as you put your money back into the line of credit, you're revolving it, okay? So the debt's paid out, your expenses come out, your income goes in. Replenish, I guess that's the word, but it's literally just a line that you were approved for, and as long as you're putting income in to cover that, you can always pull it back out and use it again. It's not like a HELOC. A HELOC will go on like a 10-year draw, and then yes, you would have to redo that, maybe get into another HELOC. But the line of credit, I've had my lines of credit for years and years, and I've never had to reapply. Let me say it that way, unless I was going to another bank, of course. A PLOC is a personal line of credit. A HELOC, you've got ELOC. I think you mean HELOC. It's a home equity line of credit. Miss Donald says, got my first PLOC from my credit union, started my plan in mid-August. Awesome. And I'm so anal about every penny now. That's excellent, because that means you'll work down your debt really fast. Michael says, been watching and learning, doing a trial on paper, and it's taken me 7 months to pay off a $3,000 credit card. Is this about right? Well, no, Michael, that doesn't sound right, but it could be right depending on your cash flow. Okay. Barb says, I'm debt free. My biggest challenge is limiting my spending. Everything is so expensive. So that is a deterrent. Okay, well, at least you're debt free. That's what we're going for. It is easy to nickel and dime yourself into debt, yes. Let's see. I don't know what rabbit has to do with anything, but okay. Thank you for joining us, Miss Donald. I'm glad you got your first live. Tortoise in the hair. That's it, Kimberly. You've got little kids. You tell the truth, or you're a school teacher. I just love you guys. Everybody is so kind. I get the best comments from you all. Would you ever plan a video on what to do when you are finally debt free? Cameron, yes, I have infinite banking videos. I'm going to be doing more of those, because what a great way to start your investment period after you are completely debt free. You want to keep growing. You want to keep investing in yourself, because you're going to keep buying things. You get out of debt and you may need a new car, the next week. So you need to be prepared with your lines of credit so you can get the new car, you can get the new refrigerator that broke down. You can, have your garage door fixed. I mean, there's all kinds of expenses that comes up through our lives, and you have to be prepared to deal with that. So yes, invest in yourself and be prepared for when life happens, because it's going to happen. It's a matter of time. Let's see. Mr. says, you came across my feed 3 weeks ago and have turned my coworkers You have turned my coworkers onto your videos. Okay, I'm a little confused. So, Mister, you're saying you're sharing the videos with your coworkers now, and that is excellent because everybody needs to know and everybody deserves to know. Us being in the dark with our finances, using the loans and all this crazy stuff, these credit cards, we are in over $12 trillion in debt. The American families, over $12 trillion in debt. We don't even know how much that is. Okay. And the student loans, I think they're up to 1 trillion, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, the credit card debt is out of control. Car loans, mortgages are the top ridiculous thing, right? So now that you know by watching the videos how to avoid that interest, that's putting money back in your pocket. You're literally putting money back into your pocket when you cut off the interest charges. That's what's so beautiful about Velocity. Going to start next payday. Cash flow is low. Thanks. Okay, Michael. Good. Good. Let's see. Tallahassee, Florida. I will be in Miami here in a couple of weeks. Very excited about that. Very excited. Okay. And my credit union discontinued HELOCs. What would be the best banks to use for HELOCs? Absolutely gold knowledge. All right. When it comes to the personal lines of credit, remember what I say, and I've repeated myself, and I don't think a lot of people are getting it. A personal line of credit can be your credit card that you have with your bank or credit union. You need to check and see if you can take funds off of your credit card and put into your checking. Okay? I completely found that by accident. I literally was playing with Velocity Banking. I have a credit card with my credit union. I was online. And one day it just hit me. I'm going to see if I can transfer some money from my credit card into my checking account. And I did it and it worked. And I was like, okay, that was wild. Then I looked for fees. There were no fees. Then when I got my HELOC, they asked me, do you want this linked to your checking account? Now, I realize that something's going on, that I'm getting feedback that some of you guys can't get your HELOCs linked to your checking account, and they're saying it's a safety measure the banks are using. Don't know where that's coming from. Don't know why they've started doing that. But if your bank's telling you that, that's going to make it a little tougher to do the Velocity easily, but it absolutely can still work. But back to my story is when I got the HELOC and they asked to link it to my checking, I'm like, well, yeah, because I can keep my checking account at a zero balance and use the HELOC to where even though I'm writing checks and taking debits off of my checking account, it's coming out of the HELOC anytime I need money because I am keeping my checking account at a zero balance, okay? So when I talk about keeping the checking account at a zero balance, it's because every dime of my income goes into a line of credit the day it hits my checking account. That way I'm making sure that all of my dollars are working for me and they're not sitting in my savings account. They're not sitting in my checking account. They're sitting in my lines of credit that's keeping those balances down, which is knocking my insurance, which is knocking the interest down. Okay. So keep that in mind. We are working for ourselves now. And every dime that you can switch over into a line every day is going to save you interest on that account. So I am adamant in my own life. I check my account every day. If I have money sitting in there, guess what? It's going to be transferred into a line of credit. I don't leave money sitting in a checking or a savings account. That being said, check and see if your credit card is or can be linked. That's what I was getting to, is when I hit or when they asked me to link the checking with the HELOC, they asked me, do you want your credit card linked to your checking as well? We can do that. And I'm like, so see, I learn things by default because I'm playing around with the best way that I can save my money, and literally came upon that accidentally. So if you have not been seeking out that side of a line of credit, maybe you should. Your credit card may already be the line of credit you need. You just need to have that linked. Make sure there's zero fees for any withdrawals that come off of those accounts, because you don't want to be paying fees. That does nothing but give the bank more money, right? Okay. So, I'm not answering questions about why to pay debt with debt. If you haven't been, obviously you've not been watching the videos, or you would know why we use debt to pay debt. Common sense says that not all debt is bad. Then there is some really bad debt, like mortgages, like car loans, like student loans. Then you have good debt. And the difference is the amortization schedules versus simple interest. All lines of credit are simple interest. You've got these loans that are amortized schedules, which means that all of that interest is front loaded. So they're wanting you to pay for their house and car first, then you get to pay on your car or your house. So if you're watching the videos, though, you already know that, and you would understand why we use debt to pay debt. Okay, let's see. Steve says, I have a $550,000 in equity and a mortgage balance of $300,000. Should I get a HELOC for $300,000? Steve, I would say that depends upon your cash flow. It sounds like that you would do really well with a first lien HELOC. Sounds like that would be the option I would take if I were in your situation. Velocity banking does nothing but increase your credit scores. When you're paying off debt, you're increasing your credit scores. When you're using your credit cards as revolving accounts, you're increasing your credit scores. So, yes, of course, you're going to take a hit on your credit score when you get a new line of credit. I don't care. I don't even care what my credit score is right now, because I'm not going to be getting a line of credit anytime soon. So if I keep doing velocity banking and I don't care what my credit score is, I mean, who really gives a big whatever? Who cares what your credit score is if you already have the lines of credit and you're dealing with your debt the way you're supposed to be dealing with your debt? Then your credit score has nowhere to go but up. Okay. So I get that question a lot, and it's almost like, why are you going to be getting credit sometime soon? If you're not, then why are you even thinking about your credit score, right? Tammy says, thank you. I will check. I do have a credit card with my credit union. Well, there you go. That may be all you need right there. Joining you live tonight with my ad wifey, her first, my second. Super psyched. We found you. Bless you. Thank you. Thank you, admin. That's so precious. Thank you. Hi, wife. This is one of the greatest things that's ever hit your life if you're in debt. And I'm going to say that in all confidence, because the day I found velocity banking was the day that my whole financial life turned around. Everything got better very, very quickly. Now, I got some naysayers out there, and I really don't care. The fact is I'm confident. I know velocity banking works. I'm excited to share it with you all. It's only right that I share it with you all, because everyone deserves an opportunity to live in peace, right? Jesus Christ is absolute peace. But when we're living in the physical world with the physical laws, we have to do things the way the banks have everything set up. But if we can learn to use the banks with the tools they offer that's going to benefit and serve us, why wouldn't you do that? Okay? It's not rocket science. This is velocity banking, and as much as it seems like rocket science, it's literally just turning those tools around to use them to serve us instead of just dishing out all of that interest to the banks and keeping us poor. We don't have to be poor. That's exciting. It's freeing, and it brings you peace when you learn that. Let's see here. Jesus always has the best answers. So if Jesus answers your question, then go with it, because he's one of the smartest people in velocity banking I've ever met, and he really needs to be teaching it. What is a good credit score to get a HELOC? Right now, just starting to use my credit cards as a line of credit. High rates, though. Yes, they are. Would love to hear your option of both. Your thoughts. Okay, Greg. A credit score for a good HELOC would be about a 680. I'm sure you can get one above 640 of some sorts. But yeah, I would assume that 680 is good. Using your credit cards is exactly the way I started out, because I had a 550 credit score, remember? I think it was 550 or 570. So I had to work with my credit cards for a month or so to get my credit score up. Then when I got the credit card at the credit union I was just telling you about, that is when it really changed up for me, because I was like, wow, I have access to a HELOC now and to a line of credit. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so your bank charges 4% for a transfer. That's not bad if you're talking about a transfer from one card into another card. That's exactly about right. 3 to 5% is the going rate on transfers. Okay. Let's see. Hi from Arizona. Hello, Otto. Loving all the great info. Thank you, Heartway Farms. Oh my gosh. So, Heartway Farms, if you don't know them, you need to go to their YouTube channel. They are absolutely awesome when it comes to teaching the homestead way. I personally don't do the homestead only because I don't understand it. But guess what? A lot of people are into that. A lot of people do live that way, and it's so awesome. So if you are into the homestead, you've got to go to Heartway Farms. They are excellent. Okay, let's see. Miss Donald said my credit union has my checking and HELOC separately. I have to transfer the LOC amounts into my checking. Then I can use the funds to pay off the credit card debt. I then transfer my income back into the LOC. Mrs. Donald, that is a little inconvenient, but it still serves the purpose. So until you get a bank that actually does a link, I would keep using that, because it still sounds like a good product. Hello, what is that? T1 Production? It's all about peace, right? We had a troll on here, and now he's hidden from the channel, so I apologize for that. Not really, but yeah, I mean, if you don't like velocity banking, then you don't have to do it, and I'm not mad at you. I don't care. Go pay interest. I'm not upset, okay? I'm just here to help the people that have some common sense and want to be helped. Okay, so Jerry Mouse says, we are working slowly on homesteading, but now that I know about velocity, it will be a game changer. Exactly, Jerry. And that's the message that Heartway Farms wants to send to the homesteaders, is that to get out of debt, you could use velocity to get started or to move deeper into your homesteading. So we're excited about that. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Eom says, love all of your info. I'm a sponge trying to learn as much as possible. Thank you. Well, thank you for watching. Gracie says, hey guys, catching the tail end of this on vacation. Hey, Gracie's my little niece. Yeah, trolling is a thing. I don't get it really bad. I mean, sometimes the comments you can tell that they are bots, but everybody's pretty respectable most of the time and respectful. So I'm not going to throw any hate out there because I understand different strokes for different folks, right? But at the same time, for you guys that want to learn, those videos are free and they're for nothing but to help you get out of debt. It's totally up to you. That's why I don't get mad. People say velocity banking's a joke. It doesn't work. I'm like, well, then don't use it. I'm not mad at you. Yeah, I don't have time for trolls. Okay. I am so happy that you found me too. Ifioma? Did I say your name right? Ifioma? How pretty. Jerry says, my wife is putting our infant to sleep. Is there still time for her to come ask her questions? I am going to be on here for about 10 minutes. I'm planning on signing off at 10 p.m. I have got a busy day tomorrow. I laughed out loud because I decided to open my calendar up for next week, and I forgot that Labor Day is tomorrow. So, but I took off the weekend, so I'm going to be okay because I've got several things to do. I've got a lot of appointments that piled up tomorrow, to be honest with you. So I'm going to get off a little early so I can get that started in the morning. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, Heartwave Farm says, don't allow analysis paralysis to hold you back. Get started as soon as possible. Take action and gain confidence. Amen. Homesteading plus velocity banking equals increased resources plus increased wealth. Hey, Suze, you have got it going on. So smart. You're so smart. Oh my gosh, Scott Vann, is that you? Is that Scott Vann, the love of my life? Is he on here? Is it you? Give blessings to enemies is like hot coals on forehead. Fantastic. He is my number one fan, guys. This man is my number one fan. I absolutely am crazy about him. So glad I found you. Never too old to learn something new. Amen. Amen. I have an 80-year-old lady, 80. She came to me last week. She's going to be out of debt in 3 years. Somebody so rudely said, oh my gosh, I hope you all are sitting down. Somebody literally said, well, if she makes it to 83, and I'm like, well, if you make it to 12, I mean, come on, you don't do things like that to people. It's wonderful that she's 80 years old and still moving forward with her life like she's 40, right? She wants to be out of debt just like the rest of us. And who cares if she makes it to 83 or she doesn't? She's bettering herself every day that she gets out of bed and moves, right? We all need to be advancing every day till the day is our last day. So I thought that was probably one of the rudest, silliest comments that I have heard somebody say. If she makes it to 83, I was like, okay, I don't even know. I'm glad. You know, who was it said, my life could be worse. I could be you. That's how I felt about the person that said that, because I'm like, you think you're pretty bad until you hear some things that come out of people's mouths, and you're like, that left a lot to, yeah, that left much to be desired. Anyway, thought I'd say that. Let's see. Let's see. What is homesteading, Nick? I'm not mad at you for asking that question because I have the same question sometimes. I don't know what homesteading is either. I think that it's where people try to live off of the land and like everything to do with doing things off the grid, maybe. Heartway Farms, can you help me with that? Because I don't know what homesteading is, but I do know that the Heartway Farms, they've got several kids, and it looks like a beautiful home, and I mean, it looks like they've really got it together. So go check them out. Let's see. So Yo Polly says I paid $7,300 since August the 18th with our 3.9% HELOC. Very good. More next month. Thank you. Well, I am so happy for you, Yo Polly. Fran says I'm in analysis paralysis. Getting all the info together is blowing my mind. It is mind blowing, but it is beautiful. It's a beautiful life to live. So keep going. Let's see. Remember what Caleb in the Bible said. Where did I miss it? Hold on. He's probably playing a game and laughing in the other room. Okay, I gotta say, Heartway Farms, we were doing a video the other day, and my husband this is a big area down here, and so my husband was sitting. He has a TV with some kind of video game he plays with some of his friends, and he started laughing so loud that I was like, dude, what are you doing? Because he knew we were recording, right? And so I like walk over there and I'm waving my hands and I'm like, hey, what are you doing? And he just keeps laughing big and loud until I literally go over and lift his headphone off of his ear. And he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't even realize it. But yeah, he's exactly right. That was crazy and funny. You had to be here. That was kind of an inside joke. Sean says we need to get some cash to renovate our home. Would a HELOC be the best option? We'd probably have about $130,000 in equity. If you're going to renovate your home, like I say, let's don't load the HELOCs up. Let's take care of them. That's your equity. So if you can do portions at a time, enough that your income and cash flow can handle, then okay. But just be careful with even renovating on a HELOC. Okay, what are the top 3 questions to ask a banking institution to set up an LOC? Okay, so the interest rate, of course. What is the credit score that they need? And let's see, the credit score, the percentage rate, or the interest rate. Really, there's not a lot of questions because a HELOC is not that big of a deal. The big thing would be, are there any transfer fees? Are there any charges for using it? You just really need to make sure that they're not going to charge you for every withdrawal you take. Is there a limited amount of withdrawals that you can take? If I wanted to use it 30 days out of the month, is that okay? I mean, you just need to make sure that that account is liquid to you at all times. No charges associated, and that you're going to be able, hopefully, to link that to your checking account so you can literally set everything up automatically and you don't have to do the transfers back and forth. I guess that would be like the main questions that I would ask. That is a wise 80-year-old woman, very precious. Bye, little honey. He says, you are a great blessing to me and the fantastic community. The day that man stepped into my life and gave him his name, I was like, oh, this is fantastic, right? The story about fantastic, that is my handle on Peloton. So when I started with my Peloton, you have to have your username or call name or whatever. And so it's fantastic too. So if you're on the Peloton, go look me up. And I don't do it as much as I need to because I'm pretty busy now, but I need to get on it more. Okay, so Yvette says just got a HELOC. We need a new car really bad. Should we use the HELOC for chunking? We have no debt except for the home, but we charge our card for miscellaneous every month. We go over on budget, Ramsey. Yes, you can use the HELOC to chunk down your new car. Yes. Analysis paralysis sounds like me, hoping I can get with you about getting turned around from this vehicle. I was very moved with your story about the 80-year-old. She is an inspiration. I agree, Tommy. She is. And I have my average age now is 57 years old. And, that was kind of strange to me because when I first started reaching people, I thought I'll start with the young people, right? So, of course, I used my daughters, and then some other young people that are in my area that are in their 30s. I'm like, okay, we'll get them started young. And then by the time they're my age, they can be millionaires because they know how to do it. Well, the 30-year-olds aren't necessarily interested in this. And the only thing I can figure is that life doesn't really hit you really good until you're in your 30s. So I'm thinking when we talk about 57-year-olds and above are my average age, we've got people that has dealt with debt all of their lives. They are exhausted. That's when you say, whatever it takes, I'm getting rid of this debt because I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, right? So I feel like that's why I have an older age group, is because just like me, you're just exhausted from the stress of debt. You're tired of thinking about it every day. You're tired of going without. You're tired of paycheck to paycheck. You're tired of trying to figure out how you're going to get the deposit into the bank that you need tomorrow because your house payment's getting ready to clear, or your car payment. I mean, I literally think that it's just the exhaustion of dealing with debt all of your life. You're tired of it. And when you get into your 50s, unfortunately, you've dealt with decades of money problems. And now, when you get the velocity teaching, it's like, where has this been all of my life? Now you can start taking action steps that will eliminate your debt very quickly. In most cases, I have people in 30-year home loans that we've come down to 5 to 7 years. Well, that's a big difference. When you're 55 and you're going to be retiring at 62, and you now have the hope that your home can be paid off by the time you're 62, that's a game changer. That helps you to go into retirement with peace. So, I think that is the reason that I've got a lot of the older generation, meaning my age and up, is because those that are, unless they're, and I do have some, I have a couple that's in their late 20s and they've got it together. So I do run into the 20s and 30s, but mainly I'm in 40 and above, and then even above, like I said, 55, 57. That's my average age, if you can believe that. So I even thought that was pretty weird at first myself, but now I think I understand that people are just exhausted. They are just exhausted. Bless them. Let's see. So Martha says, I have a debt-free plan, 5 years. I want to cut it in half. I can do 2.5 years. Fingers crossed. Beautiful. I'm waiting for my HELOC approval. C. Parker says. Jerry says, not necessarily living off the grid, but it's about self-sufficiency. Exactly. Exactly. Kathy says, I watch Arms Family Homestead religiously. Okay, I don't know anything about them. Yeah, Jerry, Jesus doesn't have a channel on YouTube, okay? Because I think he's wonderful, but I don't think he teaches it. I don't think so. I wish he did. He's awesome. Yeah, see there, he just said it. He's not a content creator. I didn't think so. Let's see. Can you do the plan without a HELOC or something like it? You have to have a line of credit. So you have to have a line of credit. Thank you, Sean. You have a restful Labor Day. I want all of you guys to. Don't forget to meet me back here next Sunday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, for the announcement of the 10 winners. If you have not registered to win yet, I will put the link below this video. I could probably put it in chat, but I'm not over there. I'm not like, you know, I'm not a technical person, so I will probably have to put it under the video when I finish the live, okay? Let's see. Heartwave Farm says, in a nutshell, it includes subsistence, agriculture, renewable energy sources, when possible, home preservation of food, zero waste living, and depending on your skills, even homeschooling and more. Okay, I get it. I get it. Yes, debt be gone, be. I'm with you. Yes, and you see retirement creeping close with no money for it. Exactly. Tired of being a hamster in the wheel. Amen to that. Exhausted and overwhelmed, humble and teachable. That makes a difference. Just need to learn how to do it, Tommy. Humble and teachable. That's going to work in all areas of everyone's life. Yes. Okay, XRP says, yes, Christy, I'm 57 and exhausted. Very hopeful, though. Good. I want you all to be hopeful. That's what this whole channel is about, is hope. Teach it, preach it, live it, fantastic. You gave me your name. Oh my gosh, somebody just spoke to us in a Puerto Rican language, I guess. How cool is that? Love it. Sheen Dalla says, I had problems getting a HELOC because the conversations always goes left when I ask. So what do you want to do with your plan using the HELOC for? Guys, don't mention velocity banking. Just, you cannot mention velocity banking when you are trying to get anything from a bank. Guys, they don't want to hear it. Don't mention it, okay? You're not doing anything illegal. You are getting yourself out of debt using the tools that they offer. So I'm not mad at them. They just don't understand. So don't go in there, though, saying, hey, I need a line of credit for velocity banking. That's going to get you nowhere. The very first thing they're going to tell you, even when you go in and ask for a line of credit, they're going to say, well, we have loans, and the loans have much lower interest rates. And you're going to say, no, thank you. I need the line of credit, please. Okay. Hello from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Nice. You are amazing, Edna. Thank you. Miss Donald says, I'm registered. Can't wait. Good. Okay, Nadia, we are no longer offering the course. You must not have been here. That's the way I started this live. It was announcing that we are not offering the 8-week course right now. At least I'm not. I'm not going to be involved with that at this point. That's been put on a delay, and we don't have any dates actually that we're looking to start that either. So I needed to take care of some things that I've got going on, helping individuals right now, other sticks I have in the fire, and the course is just not going to work with me right now at this time, but we will do that soon. Okay. Let's see. Can I just say it was your Jane Pauley haircut that let me know you were the real deal? Who is Jane Pauley? But am I supposed to like thank you? I don't know. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Okay. Humble and teachable, very smart person indeed. You're precious, Scott Vann. Whoever you are, you're really precious. C. Parker says exhaustion is the word of the day. Thank you. Deborah, is a 11.24 HELOC good? It can be. Depends on if you use it correctly. It's high, but if you're not putting a lot of debt into that and you're letting your income come in and offset that, then you're not going to be paying the 11.25%. Yes, I applied for a PLOC. They did that to me, but we still went with the PLOC instead of a loan. Very good, Sean. Very good. Yes, I had to tell my credit union multiple times, not a loan, LOC. I know, I did the same thing. They want to give those loans out. Yes, it is possible to get a refund on the course. I'm sorry, I meant to mention that. Um, if you want to send me your name, in the email that you registered under with that for the course, I can send that to Denzel and have him do the refund, because he is going to, I believe he's going to go on with the course alone. So if you want to go on through him, please do. I don't have any problem with that whatsoever. But I wanted to let my crowd know that I am not going to be involved in that course at this time. Okay. So if you want a refund, you are welcome to that. If you want to go with Denzel, please do that as well. He is an excellent velocity teacher. The spreadsheet is a free tool, correct? Yes, it is. It is free. Oh, I'm glad you're sharing it with your family, and I'm glad you're super excited. I'm so happy. If anybody has testimonies that they're ready to give, if you will register with me, as far as if you send a contact form and you say in the subject that you want to give your testimony about your debt payoff so far, I would love, love, love to record some of those and put them on YouTube, because I would like to share some testimonies of what people are doing, how it's affecting their life, how it's changed their whole plan for their finances. So if you're one of those people, please send me a contact form, and in the subject line, if you will put wanting to share your testimony or something like that. I have very soon. Okay, I have the software up and ready now, and I am ready to start recording people that want to share that information. We don't necessarily have to share your name. We might just say, what state you're from or something. But I am very interested in getting some of those recordings up on YouTube, so we can just share with people how it's working. If it took you a minute to get your credit score up so you could get a line of credit, just things like that to encourage the people that, you started here and now you're here. Okay. I'd really like to do that. Let's see. Rebel Duck says, thanks for all the knowledge you provide. I need to submit my spreadsheet numbers as soon as possible. The line of credit, when asking, do you say it's for expenses? Let me think. Trying to remember what I said to them. Maybe like you're going to do a consolidation of some credit cards, maybe something that they can tell that you're going to pay off debt maybe a little bit with your line of credit, which makes them happy, because now you're going to have less payments and it's all going to be into that one, because they think you're just going to make a payment, but we know you're not going to. You're going to transfer income in, and you are going to be paying that debt off. Of course, they don't understand velocity banking, but I think that if you just give an idea that you're going to be consolidating some debt into that line, they'll be more likely to do it. Let's see. Blessings, you all. Take action and give God the glory in all things. Amen to that, Heartwave Farms. Thank you. Yes. Your sincerity and honesty is shining through. Well, thank you so much, Ifioma. I hope I'm saying that right. I sent you an email the other day, but didn't see it until yesterday that you offered services on your website. Should I go the route to get an appointment set up with you? If you want to get on my call list fast, you have to make an appointment and schedule something because my call log is so backed up. I don't even know where it is right now. So instead of sending contact forms with just, your phone number and email, if you're needing help now, you may want to go schedule a service so that you can get on the calendar because I am totally backed up when it comes to my contact forms right now. I applied for a HELOC, but they want me to pay $400 for an appraisal first. Yes, that's the way it goes usually. Absolutely. Sometimes they'll do a drive-by appraisal, but if you don't have a bunch of equity in your home, then yes, they want you to pay for it. They do want you to pay for the appraisal first. Yes, debt consolidation. Okay, with that being said, Chosen says, "Hey, Christy, love all you do." Thank you so much. Everybody, thank you. Thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you for being a subscriber. Thank you for getting your financial life in order. Thank you for all of the precious comments that I get from you all every day. I'm excited to hear from you. I'm excited to read the comments. I tell you all this, and I don't know if everybody believes me or not, but I go on YouTube just to read the comments first thing of a morning and last thing of an evening because I am trying to keep up with the questions that you're asking. I'm trying to keep up with your precious comments and how kind everyone is. I'm excited to read your stories of success and how this is working for you and how it's changed your life because I know it changed mine and I know it can change yours if you will just do what the videos are asking you to do with your own finances. It will make a difference, okay? So, am I banned? My comments get ignored in live chats. I wonder. Well, I don't know, Shiny Silver Bunny. Huh. I don't know. I see you now. Thank you, Jan 2020. Otto, EM, everybody's so nice. Thank you. We'll do this week to get the process going. Good, Tommy. Thank you, Christy. Enjoy your day off. I'm so hopeful now because of you. I'm so glad, Kathy. That makes me so happy. I hope you get to rest in the middle of helping so many of us. I get plenty of rest, but I appreciate that so much. Oh, okay. Sorry. Thank you. A lot of information on the internet. Shiny says, "I'm scared to get a HELOC making below 1,000 monthly. I'm just going to do velocity banking first. Thank you for all you do. Your wisdom and help. God bless you mightily." Thank you. I need the Lord's blessings just as much as everybody else out there because without Him, who are we? I'm absolutely nothing, and I'm just bringing you a message of wisdom that I think He gave directly to me as I was praying for help financially as well. So I hope that you all are doing your giving. Your giving and your tithing is going to make a huge difference in your velocity banking as well. So please, please, please know that what you give, He gives it back. And He gives it back so much that you can't receive it all. And I can say that with confidence because I know that, because that too I have used and continue to use. So please consider your giving. That could be the game changer that just blows your mind. Because there's so many promises in the Bible that talk about how He is going to take care of us when we act on faith and give as He has asked us to do. Our giving will be increased. And He says He'll give it back, pressed down and running over. Who in this chat right now doesn't want to get blessings packed down to where they're running over with increase, right? Well, I'll raise my hand. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not ashamed of God, the Lord Jesus Christ, the Holy Spirit. I'm not ashamed. I'm very thankful for him and that I am alive today because he has helped me through so much. I know you guys don't know my story, but listen, I've been there and done that and a few times. And if he can help me out and he can pick me up and set me back up on the pedestal where I do not belong, he can do it for you. And I want you to be encouraged and I want you to have faith in that because he is a mighty God. And when we serve him, he he always repays. So please consider that in your walk. I know not everybody, just like velocity banking, is not going to do that and they're not into the God thing. That again is your prerogative, but I hope that you come over and that you see how beautiful his blessings can be on your life when you give him an opportunity to work with you. Okay. I just love every one of you. I think that you're all doing great. And like I said, I appreciate everything that you say in your comments because you're so kind. And I think that this channel has taught me that there are more good people out there than we see going on in the media and we see going on in the world. You all have proven that it's still an excellent place with excellent people. And I'm just excited to work with you all. I'm working with many, many people now and loving every minute of it. I just think that it is a beautiful life that I have been allowed to have a part of this sharing with you guys because you're also thankful. And that's the way I felt when I learned about velocity banking. So I want you to be encouraged and I want you to know that your life can turn around and it doesn't take a long time. I mean, one touch from God can change everything right now. Velocity banking is pretty close to getting your finances in order within a week. So it depends on what kind of mess that you're in or not in as to how quickly that you too can be debt free. So I am going to sign off of here tonight. Why are you crying, if Ifioma? Oh, I'm so glad to see you guys praising Jesus because that makes my heart feel so good to know I've got brothers and sisters in Christ out there and that this life is going to be over and we are going to live in eternity in peace forever, right? That's what we all are looking for. And I hope that through finding velocity banking in your finances is going to bring you peace you didn't think was possible on this earth when you get your finances in order. Thank you guys for joining me today. I appreciate each and every one of you. I look forward to seeing you next Sunday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time so that I can give back to the community. Excited to do that. Um, Looking forward to it. And I hope you guys have a terrific, terrific Labor Day. I don't know what you're doing out there, but whatever it is, be safe, have fun, be good. If you can't be good, be careful. And for goodness sake, enjoy your life today because today is all we have. And I just know that I know that you all are going to get into this velocity way and you are going to make it happen. And your children are going to know who you are again and you're going to be able to put the little bows in your girl's hair and comb the little boy's hair up fine and precious, take them out and do whatever they want to do. Just enjoy life with them because wow, they grow up so fast. Oh, wow, I know, been there, done that. Very fast. So you guys have a terrific rest of your weekend and I will see you next Sunday.